Yes, y'all. From the new Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas, it is Texas Football Today, a show online. My name's Greg Tupper. I'm the editor-in-chief of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or you listen to us on the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part. Support your local mediocre internet show. Live to tape today for reasons we'll talk about in a moment. I'm sitting over there in the helm today, making us sound good. She is the Duchess of the Dorks, Miss 305, Miss 915, variety of other area codes rather. She's Ashley Pickle.
Hi, friends.
Welcome in.
Thanks.
We are live to tape today.
We are.
Because we are, as of this moment, as you are hearing my voice, we are down in Waco because we are getting ready for Saturday. And on Saturday, Pickle, you know what we're doing?
The Texas High School Football Hall of Fame.
You're dang right we are. The Texas High School Football Hall of Fame live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live for free, right?
For free.
For free. What? For free, streaming it live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Dude, and this one's a big one.
And this is a big one.
This is, since we've started streaming it, this has to be one of the most, recognizable class to anybody who's a football fan at whatever age you're at.
And I want to make sure I give everybody their due. There are some headliners here. Gary Keithley from Alvin is going in. Pat Thomas, the legend from Plano, is going in. Brad Goebel from Cuero. I know Gobbler fans are fired up. He's going in. John C. Norman from Midland Lee, now Midland Legacy. I'll skip over. Our friend David Smoke is going in. Long overdue for Smokey to go in. Curtis Barbay is going in from Newton High School. And then there's three what I would be considered pretty significant headliners here. One of the Eddie Joseph Texas High School Hall of Fame coaches to go in is Jeff Traylor out of Gilmer and now the University of Texas San Antonio. He'll be joining us live, by the way, on the show. As will Patrick Mahomes and Robert Griffin III. They will be joining us on our pregame show. What time's pregame show get going?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. We have an hour of pregame getting you ready for kickoff of the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony live in Waco, emceed by our good friend Craig White. So make sure you tune in to us on Saturday when we'll be at the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. All that is to say, that's why we're live to tape today, because we're already getting set up down there in Waco for that. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. It is a mere 203 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to Harry Truman. Harry S. Truman, the 33rd President of the United States.
Last time I even tried to talk about a president on this program, I got blasted about it, so I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself.
James Monroe?
Yeah, and it's just because I don't know anything about the presidents. I'm not very good with history.
Yeah, he was the 5th president. This is the 33rd president. Here's a fun fact about Harry Truman. Harry Truman was born in Lamar, Missouri. Do you know who else was born in Lamar, Missouri? Wyatt Earp.
Who is Wyatt Earp?
Wyatt Earp is the famous lawman from the gunfight at the OK Corral, stuff like that. He's in the movie Tombstone. Oh man, you gotta watch Tombstone.
Okay.
Anyway, it's episode 1850 blank. On today's show, folks.
Oh no!
It's episode 185. We're going back in time. I'm much younger.
There you go.
You were still in 1858. You were still in high school, maybe.
Yeah,
when
probably.
The show was getting going.
Sting 'em.
Coming up here today, we got Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
We're going to take a look at some milestones on the horizon for Texas high school football programs and Texas high school football coaches. We'll get into that. And then back half the show, Matt Stepp was at in Wichita Falls at the Falls, I think it's the Falls City Clinic is what they call it, where he chatted with a number of coaches. One of them, the head coach of the Holiday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood. We'll hear from Coach Kyle Atwood coming up here at the back half of the program. We would do first four through the door, but
we can't
on tape today.
You're not through the door.
But we're being candid with you. We're not trying to sell you something.
Correct.
become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber.
We will sell you that.
All right, Pickle.
Yeah. The sad part is it's actually Tuesday.
We are recording this on Tuesday, which makes this a truly genuine Math Tuesday. Math Tuesday here on Texas Football Today, when we dive inside the numbers of Texas high school football. And today we're going to talk a lot about milestones. A little bit earlier this offseason, we mourned the loss of Ken Hall, the all-time leading Texas high school football rushing king. And we are, at our core, we're chasing numbers around here in sports. That's kind of what and we've really done a good job as a species of associating extra value to certain numbers. Mm-hmm. And I know I've gone on and on about this.
We are an integers podcast.
We are an integers podcast. I know I've gone on and on about this, but if you take a step back and you think about it, it is kind of wild that we're just like, yeah, if you end in a 0 or a 5, like, you're more important than if you end in just like a 7. Like, that is arbitrary. But alas, we've done that. That's what we've done that. And so I'm going to lean in for the sake of content. Lean in, and we're going to talk about milestones. And there's 2 particular milestones I want to dig into today. The first we're going to talk about for programs, okay, Texas high school football programs. And look, with all due respect to programs like Canyon West Plains and to Alvin Shadow Creek and to these young programs that have started in the past few years, this segment's not about you. We're talking history, the long arc of Texas high school football history, which goes back, as far as the modern era is concerned, what we will call like 1920. And so there are some programs that obviously have had long, storied histories. For example, I don't know if you know this, but last year when Highland Park won their state semifinal game over Denton Ryan, do you know this fun fact? That was their 900th all-time win.
I actually did know that.
We
keep up with records a lot on WTF.
Their 900th all-time win there was Highland Park when they beat Denton Ryan. So they are, if you didn't know, the winningest program in UIL Texas high school football history and Texas high school football history writ large. And so let's take a look at some other programs that could be nearing historic milestones as far as their all-time win total is concerned. We'll start with Refugio. Refugio's, and I'm feeling pretty confident about this, Refugio's 2 wins away from 800. That would make them the 5th all-time program in UIL Texas high school football history to win 800 games. Highland Park, Mart, Amarillo Temple, Refugio is up next. By the way, Longview can join that category as well. The Lobos are sitting at 792. If they get 8 wins, they will join the 800 club.
Those 2 feel pretty good. I feel pretty confident in both of those.
I would be pretty surprised if we don't have 2 more members of the 800 club.
Yeah.
There is an outside shot, depending on what Gerald Brixey does in his first year at Brownwood. If Brownwood can put together 13 wins, and we do think they have an opportunity to be pretty good, they will join the 800 club. They are at 787. Then teams that are chasing 700, and if you're interested, there are a total of, Garland actually became the 24th member of the 700 club last year. Not the religious organization, TV show, the win total club. Stephenville can join the 700 club with 3 more wins. Again, feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Childress and Mason each need, Childress, it only needs 5. Childress is at 695. They only need 5 more wins. Mason needs 10. Sitting at 690. And then, go ahead.
I was going to say, it actually is kind of ironic that there are so many like big time coaching changes on this list between Mason and Brownwood and all of that.
And then there is a handful of teams that can get to the 600 club. If you're interested, there's 102 teams that have won 600 games. Granger and Kilgore joined Granger, Kilgore, East Bernard all joined the 600 club last year, as did Arlington.
Oh, kick 'em, K-I-C-K-E-M.
There are a handful of teams that can get there. Too many to list, but the 2 that I noted here, Roscoe needs 2 more. The Plowboys, they're 598. Nederland needs 3 more. Other teams on that list, Henderson needs 4 more. Bremond needs 6 more. Mejia needs 6 more. Hereford needs 6 more. Gregory Portland needs 7 more. Frisco,
Oh, how about that?
Needs 8 more to get there. If you're interested, Llano sitting at 508. So they cracked the 500 club last year, became one of only. Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Llano.
No.
I'm sorry. I need to find out how many Llano. Actually, that is knowable. Let's find this out real quick. Here, just come back.
I want to know.
You want to know how many Llano has? Let's see.
I do.
Okay, Llano. All time, they've been playing football since 1909 was the first time they played a football game on record.
Wow.
1909. Llano is sitting at 556 all-time wins.
Oh, how about that?
They're
okay.
556, 508, and 42.
Well, a good chunk of those have come in the last 5 years since I've been gone.
Yeah. Llano's had some really good seasons the past few years.
Matt Green is doing some Matt Green things.
He's done the work. He has gotten them over the 500 mark, or over 500 wins. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so those are program wins. Those are some milestones that we'll be keeping an eye on throughout the course of the season. But then we'll go to the coaches side of it, and we'll talk about coaches who are on the verge of history. Now, I will tell you this. We are kind of in a little bit of a lull here, okay? Randy Allen got past 450, right?
Yep.
He's still 30 wins away from Phil Danaher, so he's at least 2 more seasons away.
I did his interview after his 400th. That was fun.
He's at 460. Denny Faith, still cooking out there in Albany, but he's at 369.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Reggie Samples got past 350 last year. He's at 353.
I did his 300th.
There you go. Larry Hill is up there at 325, but just, not there.
Last one being a state championship.
And then guys like Gary Joseph and Mark Kiroff, plus Jerry Bomar, Richard Barrett, and Todd Rogers are all in that kind of 250 to 270 range. So they're still kind of a couple years away. But here are some coaches that you can keep an eye on as far as milestones for their own win totals concerned. We'll start with Todd Dodge. Todd Dodge is sitting at 243, 7 more wins, and he can join the 250 club, which would be pretty remarkable. David Sanchez, I think a guy who flies under the radar a lot there at Laredo United. He is sitting there at 238. 238. So if the Longhorns can have a big year, he has an opportunity to join the 250 club. And if you're interested, there are only 39 members of the 250 club, so we could have 2 more of them. And then, as far as 200 wins are concerned, there's only 110 UIL Texas high school football coaches who have won 200 games, and we could have a flurry of them depending on how well things go for these teams. Ricky Locke at San Antonio Southside needs just 4 wins. Grady Rowe at Belleville needs 9. Craig Stump at Atascocita, shout out Gavin Moritz, needs 10 wins. One of the most underrated coaches in Texas, Canutillo coach Scott Brooks, needs only 11 wins to get to 200. As does Cy-Fair coach Jeff Miller, needs 14. Remember, of course, he did great things at Rockdale before he went to Cy-Fair. Our friend Lee Wigginton at Allen is 14 wins away from 200 wins. Dave Hennigan at Denton Ryan needs just 15 wins. And our friend Claude Mathis sitting at 185. He can get to the 200 win plateau as well. And again, there's only 111, I should say, because there is a Robin Bird does have 200 and actually has 199 on-field wins and 2 forfeit wins, so he's at 201. But anyway, all that's to say, they could join a list of only 111 UIL Texas high school football coaches with 200 wins. Those are some of the milestones that we're keeping an eye on TexasFootball.com all throughout the season, and we will keep you posted on the biggest news and notes from when those records do fall. So
that segment was like the banner segment, every time that there's a big milestone like that, they'll get the coach the banner, and you keep it in the press box, and you just hope that they don't lose because you know that the banner's sitting there ready to go.
Like the local Texas Farm Bureau insurance guy has already bought the banner and he's like,
sitting there
just waiting. They need to beat, Lovejoy needs to beat, the Frisco Centennial tonight, and if they do, then I get to roll out the banner for Todd Dodge. So we will keep you posted on all the milestones that are on the horizon for the 2025 season. And that is Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
We are Texas Football Today. We're here Mondays and Thursdays on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hey, I want to invite you to become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber at texasfootball.com/subscribe. Get the 2025 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football mailed to you before it hits newsstands, as well as a year of Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Yes, you can watch the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame for free on Saturday, and you should. You absolutely should. But you know what else you can do?
Baseball and softball.
Playoff baseball and softball. Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. As part of your Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscription. Makes a great gift as well. Mother's Day is Sunday.
Let that sink in. Say it again.
Mother's Day is Sunday. You could get your mom something lame like flowers, or you could get her something awesome like a subscription to Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Go to texasfootball.com/subscribe. Coming up here in just a moment, Matt Stepp caught up with the head coach of the Holiday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood. But first, a word from these valued partners.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
Hey DFW residents, get your grocery essentials in minutes, not hours or days, with Wing Drone Delivery. Forget about last-minute trips to the store when you need things like cereal for breakfast before school, medicine for a cold, or snacks for a movie night. Wing's drones get you quick, no-contact delivery in as fast as 15 minutes. Say goodbye to last-minute grocery runs and say hello to more of your valuable time. Sign up today.
Joined out here by Hayden Gunner at Denton High School. Man, it's a big day for you. You got your decision coming right now.
After a lot of thinking, with the family talking, stressing out.
Let's see exactly where Malik Hawkins is going to be heading.
First off, I want to start by thanking God. Without him, I wouldn't be anything. I wouldn't be blessed with all these opportunities.
Got 5 schools he's choosing between. We're about to find out who it's going to be. Got your teammates, coaches, family, friends surrounding you, so you couldn't have a bigger stage right here to announce it on. So without further ado, we're going to go to the man right here, Kobe Foreman. Who's it going to be?
I will be attending.
I'll be committed to the University of Oklahoma.
University of Texas A&M.
Stanford University.
The University of Oklahoma.
Every legend starts with a vision. For Dave Campbell, that vision was clear. Tell the story of Texas football like never before. In 1960, he built something no one had before, a magazine that became the Bible of Texas football. Coaches, players, and fans didn't just read it, they lived by it. His words shaped the game. His vision built a legacy. And his name? It will always be written in the story of Texas football. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, where legends begin.
Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell, Texas Football. Back here at the Fallstown Coaches Clinic, here with the head coach of the Holiday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood, and Coach who just got done speaking at the clinic. Talk about this clinic, what it means, and to this local area, and the honor that you had with Coach Freeman actually come speak.
No, absolutely. This clinic started 4 years ago, I believe. I came as an assistant, or not as assistant, but just to be a part of it and watch the clinic the first 2 years. Phenomenal speakers. Wichita Falls is such a great place. And Coach Freeman and Coach Hawkins did a phenomenal job of putting the thing on. Lots of great people here speaking. And so the camaraderie from within this building is phenomenal. And I think that a lot of people get a lot of things out of what they learned today.
Yeah, Coach Freeman, you and him are Angelo State boys, and so he calls it the Harvard on the Concho. So there's an Angelo State connection too as well, right?
Yeah, well, I actually graduated from Tech, but I was at San Angelo Central for a while. Whenever he was at Lakeview, my wife is a professor at Angelo State. So she went to school there. So we were in San Angelo for we were. I'm a big Angelo State fan, though. But yeah, we spent 9 years in Angelo as an assistant and then a head coach at Great Creek. And during that time, he was at Lakeview. And, we were in the same school district, opposite schools, but we spent a lot of time together. And the staff, Sterling Gilbert and his staff, and then, Brent Davis's staff, our staff. So we had some really good staffs. We learned from one another. It was just a great opportunity for me as a young coach to learn.
Now, when you got to Holiday, Holiday was a program that when you took it over, obviously wasn't broken. It wasn't a rebuild. Coach Johnson had built that thing into a really, really regional contender every year. And so, obviously, everybody knows the challenges when you take over a program that's been struggling. But there's challenges also when you're taking over a program that's been successful because you've got a high bar to maintain. How the first couple of years there, how was that? How did you handle that? And how do you feel like you've settled into the role here in Holiday?
Yeah, Coach Johnson did a phenomenal job in the 10 years that he was there. You look at what he left, the last 3 years, winning 13 ball games. The kids were, they were successful in the lower levels. The expectation to win was there. And so, yeah, like you said, you move into a school district that's not as successful. There's a lot of roadblocks, and you're trying to, what can we do to be successful? You come into a place like this. What do I need to do to make sure I don't screw this thing up? And so,
you have it, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that, but we were transitioning from, they were running a wing T style offense for 10 years, and so I'm a power spread guy. That's a lot of change for the kids. And so I had to, as a coach, understand like, hey, year one, we dabbled in both. And so I had to learn a little bit of the wing stuff, and we dabbled in both. And we were able to be successful, not as much in the stuff that we do, but just be successful on a Friday night, what does it take to be successful? And, then this year we transitioned to, we were straight power spread. We threw for over 3,000 yards, rushed for a pretty solid amount as well. And so that's kind of, we were able to settle in a year and a half into just working in the philosophy. And so we were pretty decent this year with what we do offensively and defensively, and so I was proud of the kids there. And then we've had some success in our spring sports. Won the Lone Star Cup last year. We're in the it is never been a part of one before, and it's just awesome. And so
one thing I've always noticed about Holiday, you guys seem to be good at everything.
Yeah,
what a great athletic program, top to bottom.
It is, and academics, and so it's just a really good place. Our track program was a little bit down whenever I got there, and we've revamped that. We got third at state last year. We're hoping to do some really good things next week, but we just really try to invest in the overall program and the development of all of our kids. And I think we've done a pretty good job so far, but still a lot of work to do.
Now, speaking of that work, there's work to do in the summer. What's the plan for the summer? I know you guys will go out and throw it around in 7-on-7 a little bit. How important is the summer going to be for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really big. You go to a program that's been successful. It seems like every year you're graduating some key spots. And so, we're losing a Steel Skinner, a Parker Jones. We're losing Ashton Berry. We're losing a Hunter Jones. We had 6 kids that signed scholarships, 3 of them Division II, and a couple of D3 guys. But we're losing some key pieces, and we're going to have to, without having spring ball, not at the 5A, 6A level, we're going to have to spend the spring and summer, or the end of the spring, and mostly through the summer, filling those positions. Like who can step up and fill those roles? And so, we'll utilize our time in the summer, weights and conditioning, and our skill stuff, and then really our 7-on-7 stuff, which will start next Monday. Coach Bindle does a phenomenal job. I've been fortunate to be around him and learn a lot from him in my 2 years here. But we're going to jump in with Memorial, Legacy, Burke, Burnett, and Vernon, and run some 7-on-7 through May, and then we'll continue a little bit of stuff in June, and then go to a couple of SQTs at Hawley and Abilene there in late May and early June, and hopefully qualify. But just give our kids an opportunity to throw and catch and cover and develop those camaraderie with one another.
There you go. There you have it. There's the head coach of the Holiday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood. Looking forward to 2025. I know you guys will be. We'll probably have you ranked pretty high again. That's just kind of the thing. When you guys win a lot of football games, you get a lot of attention from guys like us. So good luck in 2025, and we appreciate what you do.
Yeah, absolutely, and we appreciate you, Matt. Thanks for everything you do.
There he is, Matt Stepp and Kyle Atwood, head coach of the Holiday Eagles, chatting at the Falls City Clinic up there in Wichita Falls. We appreciate him taking a little bit of time to catch up with Matt Stepp. So appreciate him hopping on with us. Let's go over to Ashley Pickle for America's second favorite segment, Final Thoughts. And I bet I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, don't forget, Texas High School Football Hall of Fame happening this weekend live for free on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. That's TexanLive.com. Bevy of massive names going in, including Patrick Mahomes, Jeff Traylor, RG3. So come out and party with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Pre-game at 6, live pre-game at 6, and then at 7 o'clock the ceremony will start.
That's Saturday, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that it's Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. Pre-game at 6 with myself and Ishmael Johnson and Ashley Pickle running the board. Mallory Hartley will be on it as well. We'll have exclusive interviews with the inductees, and then we will get to the show at 7 o'clock. You can hear all of the inductees speak at the 2025 Texas High School Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks again to Holiday head coach Kyle Atwood for being our guest. For Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please meet your Player of the Year trophy. We will see you Monday on Texas Football Today.